Hello. Yes,
Hello,
live.
hello,
Hello, Mark. So Jeff's just
hello.
made me a quick cup of coffee. He left at the last minute and ran off. Left me and Mark to hold the show. It's I think tonight's show is about buying online. We'll have a look at these banners where we are.
See here, we got Aquarium Daily
Aquarium
in
Dailies
here,
in the house.
Fish and Outdoors with Lando, King's
Island.
Aquarium and Ant World,
Tommy, Silver Creek. Well,
Stubbs Aquatics.
hi guys.
Hey guys.
There he is.
There he is. Thank God for that. We panicked. We nearly ran away there.
Let's see here. There we go. Okay, guys. Thank you for that mail. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
He got a cup of coffee a minute ago, and I'm thinking, well, maybe I should get a cup of coffee. I waited till the last minute.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I should have went earlier, but I got to have my. We're going shopping, so I got to have my coffee so I can have. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Good. See, yeah, I heard you mention the people in the chat. King's Aquarium, Lando, Andrew. I think Scotty Nona was in here earlier. Silver Creek Aquatics. Hey, guys. Welcome. Gil. Hello, Gil.
RY Fish Keeping.
And RY Fish Keeping, yeah. He's a new friend that I just met. There he is. I seen him on Big Fish Lad, Fish Northwest.
All right.
And I seen his channel there, and I went and checked out his channel. He's only got like 1 or 2 videos out, but a really good video. It's got some really nice fish, and so I figured, I liked it. I hit the like, hit the subscribe, and then he came over and joined our channel too. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Always good to have new people. So, yes. So, in today, it's going to be a little bit different kind of a show because this is trying something new for me. I've actually got like 3 different devices I'm going to be using, not at the same time, but one at a time. And we're going to be shopping for fish and maybe something else. But what we're going to do is we're going to go around to a lot of the places that I like to hang out and check stuff out and buy from. And then just a little disclaimer, I'm going to be buying from a place that I've never bought from before. And some fish that I've been trying to find for a long time. I'm not going to say what it is right now, so you're going to have to hang and watch. But, yeah, it should be kind of fun. So do you think we should jump right into it right now, you guys? Or do you want to...
I see Weiwei's using my Sunday name there, calling us Malcolm.
Oh, really? I didn't see that. Yeah. Let me scroll up here.
That's my name for church.
Oh, he called you Malcolm? Okay.
Yeah. And he's called you Kermit. He Kermit the Frog halfway up the stairs.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he's called you Kermit again.
Who was he trying to talk to? No, kidding.
Yeah, when I went to Vegas, the people that announce you to go on the airplanes when you're going home and that. There was one in Vegas speaks like Kermit the Frog. Hey guys, if you'd like to head on over the plane. Over the tonight.
Well, I'm here to tell you, Sam, I'm not Kermit. I'm more Ned Flanders than anybody else. Howdy ho, neighbors.
And if you really tick me up, I'm going to run you over.
Right-o. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump off this device. And I'm going to switch over to the other one. It'll take me just a minute. You guys can just hold the fort down, and I'll be back in a minute, guys, and we'll go on our little shopping spree.
We'll go into the chat. We'll go into the chat and see who's in the comments, eh?
Yeah, you guys go ahead and talk amongst yourselves, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thanks, guys. See you in a minute.
Muppets in the chat.
See, where was we at here?
Yeah. I'm no good at people with this chat mind.
Yeah, I'm horrible at it.
Have you thought anything more about doing a live stream yourself, Mark? You mentioned on a couple of shows ago that you were thinking about doing your own live stream.
Maybe. I'm getting used to it.
Yeah. It's hard.
Good practice. Yeah.
It's hard being, when you look at like Rickistan and people like that who just do by the cell looking at the camera.
Yeah.
You've got no one to bounce off apart from the chat, and it does look hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not really my element either, you know.
Yeah.
I'll spend all day making like a 7 or 8 minute video, you know.
By the time you've edited it down, it's next to nothing left.
Yeah. Then you get up
3 hours.
You get up here and you just talk.
3 hours of footage and you edit it down, you think, where'd that day go? 8 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'll go through like 2.5 hours of footage to make like a 12-minute video. It's like, oh my gosh.
Aquarium Dailies just mentioned there. I remember when Mal was uneasy about going live. I was.
Yeah.
I first went on his show and it psyched myself up because I'm a very nervous person, sort of thing. Martin psyched myself up and it didn't go. It didn't happen that night. So me, him, and Jeff were sitting in the green room and it just didn't go ahead. So all that stress I had all day waiting to go on live. And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
funny. Is Jeff figuring it out?
I should have maybe done it for him.
Mal has to dodge killer pygmies to make his videos. That's what Gil's Fish Room says.
I was there. He sent us a cup, and he had also said on my last video I didn't do enough production when it come to the Indiana Jones side of it, so I made him a special little thank you on one of my videos. Even had it sliding under the garage door. So I done that on a sledge, and I had my daughter pull us from the other side of the garage door, so I slid under the garage door. Took about 16 times to get it right. Every time she just stopped and I was halfway through the camera shot.
Oh, there he is.
I'm here. Okay. How do I sound? Does it sound okay?
Yeah, you sound good. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So I got to I'm using my laptop because that's the only way I can share screen. For some reason, it's not very friendly with the Apple products yet, so I can't do it with my iPad. I'm not sure why. But
most things have limited functionality on the mobile devices, you know.
Yeah.
That's the way a lot of things are.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need to go ahead and get an actual computer again and get that going. So, well, I guess what we'll do, guys, is we got some other people joining in here. We got Hertz Koi.
Yeah.
Hello there, mate.
From Aquarium Magic.
Hello, Ian. Welcome, my friend.
Got Stream Elements.
Stream Elements there. Hey, Stream Elements, how you doing?
Stream Elements is still congratulating on. He's on 1,000 now.
Hey, chatbot, how you doing, bud?
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, well, I believe that up there until he hits maybe the next tier of 550 or something.
Why not?
I just didn't get a chance to take that one down yet.
We'll just change the number when he gets there.
Yeah. All right, and there is it's Chris. Hello, Chris.
Howdy.
I appreciate that, Chris. It's so good to see you here, my friend.
I've kept the box.
He's not
live on telly.
Oh,
from Chris. It just come today.
Oh, nice.
No, come yesterday. Yeah. But I've decided to keep it for your show, Jeff, to show you unboxing.
Well, why don't we do that now if you want to, before we get started? Yeah, let's do that. You're right. Yeah, it's a good time for that. We can do that.
Little present of Chris Stubbins. Guess what it is?
I got a feeling I know. Same thing I got.
Watch it go flying. It's like Christmas. It's all over again. Ta-da!
Oh yes, I love mine.
Oh, nice.
I've got the camera on reverse, haven't I? So it's showing up backwards.
Oh yeah, that looks
Yeah.
perfect.
Nice.
I love that cup.
It's showing up Twin Peaks and going backwards. Yep, zip.
So we got stubs and gills
Thank you,
now.
Stubbsy.
And I got one from Jack and Dan too. I haven't showed that one yet. I got to do a little presentation on that one too. I got a Jack and Dan cup too. I'm thinking about trying to make a cup myself. That'd be kind of nice. I love, well, you know me, I'm a coffeeaholic, so I gotta get as many cups as I can. Very nice. I got to tell you, Mel, that camera on your new computer is really good.
The wife bought us this, Jeff. Obviously, you know, the mother-in-law died. Well, the estate's just been sold, and the wife bought us a new computer.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
I thought it would have been, because it's an Apple Mac, so I thought it would have been like my iPhone. But it's so different because you're so used to Windows on, like, your...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. One. Yeah.
Everything just seems to be opposite.
Yeah. It's different.
It took some navigating, but I'm getting there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Apple made me mad on an old iPod Classic, and I never got another Apple product again.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. Swarm off for life.
You know what it is? I actually love Apple, but...
Me too.
I have struggled with the computer mind. Just like I say, with Windows, everything's total opposite to what it is on Apple Mac.
Yeah.
You go
well, if you're not used to it,
just and then it's over here on Apple Mac, and you're chasing things around all day long.
Yeah. Every time I get a new phone, it's always just a little bit different. It's like, oh my God, how do I get to this? It's the same Android.
I hate change.
Yeah.
Every time they change something, I get to the point where I'm just about familiar with it, and then they want to change it again. Every time. It's like, come on, guys, keep it the same, just so we can just have some familiarity with it.
Or like a lot of the things with the game consoles, they'll take away like the functionality so they can charge you. Because like I know in the old Xboxes, I used to have like this great big music library that would have it networked together with my computer. I'd have hundreds of gigs of just music on one of my computers that was on the network, and I could stream it off on the old Xbox, like the old Xbox One. And then when they come out, or I think it was the 360, and then there's a 360 and older. You could do everything, and now they want you to pay for it. It's like they want you to buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. Like that stuff just gets old after a while.
Yeah. It doesn't take long to become obsolete, does it? I went to skip the day with an old telly out my mother-in-law's house. And it says, I'll just put in that container over with the rest of them. And I walked in. The amount of flat screen tellies in there. And it unbelievably. And you think, people used to pay thousands for these when they first come out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a container full of all broken ones.
Around here now, you can get a 50-inch. On Black Friday, you get like a cheap 50-inch TV for like $340 or something.
Yeah,
it's like, what?
That's what you are now, but when they first come out, though, I think for our first one, it's in the bedroom. Now our first way, it was probably about not like super thin like they are now, but it was probably like that.
Yeah.
And that cost like £2,000 when we first bought it.
Yeah.
And it was like being at the pictures, it was only 50 inches, and you think,
I know. My first flat screen was a 26-inch, and it was probably like that. It was a fat one, it was one of the old ones, and it was like $900 for some little 26-inch off-brand.
All the new technology always costs a lot, and then you wait a couple of years and you get something 3 times as good for half the money. Usually,
right?
I'm wondering if I could get like a cheap flat screen, like it doesn't have to be real big, like 42-inch, and use that as a screen or a monitor.
I don't see why not, because you use Apple products, so you could just link it straight from your iPhone onto the monitor.
That would be good.
Yeah, as long as it's a smart tail. I do that quite often when when I'm like editing videos. I'll project it onto my telly just so I can see what it sounds like before I send it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I watch all my YouTube, not just my videos, but when I watch YouTube, I watch it on my TV.
Yeah. I watch a
What-
bit of both more because if I'm commenting, I've obviously got to comment to throw.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why I don't do a lot of commenting because I'm watching on my TV.
Yeah. So that's the same as me. Not normally by the time you've watched the anything, right, on to the next one and you forget to comment.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you can do is really like, isn't it?
No, you can stream it from your phone to the TV.
Yeah.
And then you can comment. That makes it a little easier, but I usually ain't doing that. I'm usually
Nah,
watching
I'm
it
not-
separate.
I'm
Yeah.
straight on.
Yep.
Oh, we have a question from Hertz Coy. I was going to go and he had a question earlier. I don't mean to interrupt you guys, but
That's
have
all right.
you had any issues with blue Acara eating tetras? I haven't personally, but they will eat them if
I'll
they
tell
can
you
fit in their
who's-
mouth.
Who was in
If
the
it
chat
fits-
with King's Aquarium in Antworld? He's got a load of blue Acaras on the go at the minute, hasn't he? He'd be able to tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
If
can
it
pretty
fits,
much
it
say
gets
that.
a-
Arnold's in the chat.
Yeah.
Pretty good rule of thumb is if it can fit in the fish's mouth, they're going to eat it. Doesn't matter what it is. Even a tetra will eat a smaller fry. You know, I mean, they eat their own fry, and
No,
But if-
yeah.
fish, if it fits in their mouth, I guarantee they'll eat it. At least 9 times
For
out
sure.
of 10. So,
They'll try to eat it.
oh yeah, they will. Okie dokie, guys. Well, I guess what we'll do is I'm just going to go ahead. We'll go ahead and get started with the shopping because everybody came to
Straight
see
there
that
before we
also.
start. The
What's
Here
that?
Fishy show starting again on the 25th of November.
Oh yeah. Excellent.
So everyone's there. You should know.
Yeah. What's this? Cardinals. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Cardinal tetras. Yeah, they'll eat
Cardinals
the
seem to
card.
be I would say Collins would be on the larger side than that
And the neon.
Cara's mouth, mind.
Yep. Yeah, they would. I think they.
best.
I'm pretty sure they'd have no problem, depending on how big the Acara is. They'd have no problem eating a Cardinal tetra.
Do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've
Oh,
seen the
yeah.
cars get they get what, 5-6 inches usually.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they could.
A full grown one, that's a big mouth. That can eat
Yeah,
a pretty big
I would say
fish.
that a full grown Acara or 4, 5, 6 inch Acara could probably eat like a live bear, like a.
Oh, they'd eat adult guppies for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He was told. It says he was told they were do okay, but 7 gone. Oh.
Yeah.
Some.
The person who told you they'd do okay was the person selling it to you.
Yep, that's right. They wanted to make a quick dollar on you. That's not good.
Yeah.
And
Do
then
you wanna
Gil
buy some
says, yeah. Gil says I kept a car with red eye tetra with no issues, no losses. Yeah, those are a little bit. The
Yeah,
red eye tetras aren't they a deeper body?
Quite big. They're like a.
They're taller.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the deep body, the deeper body
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
The neons are more like sardine
Torpedo
or
things, aren't they?
torpedo shaped. Yeah.
Like those black skirt tetras and the white skirt, they're the taller tetras, more shaped
Yeah.
like an angelfish, a little bit like. Those would be
Yeah.
ones to go good. So, but we're going to look at all those kind of things here in just a second. Let's. What I think I'll do is I'll go to our first store.
Jeff, I don't know why I'm on big into your show. There you go.
Oh, well, that's okay. I'm going to go ahead now, guys. When I go on here, I won't be able to see the rest of the. I got to hit the share screen first. Share screen.
Don't show none of your private stuff, Jeff.
No. First place we're going to go to is. Well, let's go to
The Blue Oyster Club.
Dan's Fish. Let me know if you guys can see this all right. Now we got all the different categories. Can you see all this okay, guys? I can't see any of you.
I'm
No,
just
not yet.
seeing you.
We're just seeing you, mate.
Oh, really?
2 seconds.
During this tab to StreamYard. Oh, view
2
tab.
seconds, mate. I shall try to.
Oh, there it is. Here it is. Add to stage. That's what I got to
There
do.
you go.
Oh, there we go.
All right. So now you can see this. Is it scrolling?
Yep, looks good.
It's scrolling, okay?
Yep.
So we got air breathers over here. Now, what I'll have you guys do is if anybody in the chat has a fish they want me to look up here, what I'll do is I'll just go ahead myself and start. Let's just go in here in the cichlids because I like cichlids quite well. And I'll just go ahead and go to the Tanganyikan type so we can look at some of these things. They don't have a lot of the types. Now, these are the type that Leanne one from the Herd Wave Aquatics would like. She likes the Tropheus. But you can see here it shows the price. Like on this first one over here, the cherry spot. And then you'd add it to cart. And here it is. So, but I'm not going to buy this, so I'm going to delete it. Cart is empty. And now I'll go back and look at some other types of fish real quick. Let's try
what
the
site
West.
did you say this was?
This is called Dan's Fish.
Dan's Fish.
Now here, these are the West African cichlids. Some of his prices are a little bit steep, but I know that he has a really good process of the way he keeps his fish and ships them and everything.
Are you
Some
ordered
interesting-
from him before, Jeff? Are you?
I have not. Not yet. But look over here. You can see over here like this on the right-hand side. I'll click on it. This is the Pelvischromis taeniatus. Now, this is a type of Crubensis here. But if you notice the price on it, $99.99 for a pair. To me, that's a bit steep. But down here, when you're shopping, you see it here, and it shows all of his shipping prices. He does everything next day. So if I was to get a pair of those, it would fit 2 pair in a small box, in a next day small box for $39.99, which isn't bad for overnight shipping.
That must be a breeding pair that he's selling you there, though, for that price.
It must be. Or
I don't know.
chances are,
I don't know nothing
Yeah,
about
one
that
male,
kind of
one
cichlid,
female.
but man,
You're getting
Yeah.
one male, one female out of it, so you're guaranteed you're gonna at least have
Yeah.
a chance.
yeah, his prices are a little steep, but like I say, he does his fish. I mean, he does a live arrival guarantee, like a lot of them do. But I've watching how he does his fish. I mean, it is pricey, but I would feel completely safe buying this. It's a little bit out of my price range and my budget, but just showing you what's available out here.
Yeah.
And then just click that, and we'll go back and check out some other types. Now we got the bettas, we got tetras. Let's click on the tetras here. If you guys notice anybody in the chat that wants to look at a certain...
I'm just popping up one there. Geek Boy saying he is more expensive because of the way they order, handle, and ship their fish.
Yes, that's right. Dan does a fantastic job. I'm going to be ordering from Dan. I know that. And he also, when my wild type bettas, I mean, they keep breeding and all the time. I'm hoping that if I get some fry, he's interested in buying some fry from me.
Yeah.
So I'm still waiting on that, but he's definitely worth it. He's got a huge, you can see here, it's a huge variety.
Yeah. I think his Geek Boy's next comment is saying that he's got over 400 fish without a single loss. So pays you sometimes to pay that bit extra. It's just sometimes when you go to these online places, you're not too sure how good the surface is, and you don't want to wade in too deep.
That's right. I'm not going to make this an infomercial for Dan or not, but I can say this with 100%. 100%. What?
have you seen the video of his facility? I don't even dream that big.
He's got his facility is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh!
And I've said that I've said this before, and I've said it to Dan himself. I said he is the tropical fish ambassador of the United States. I think he does the job he does is bar none the best. I mean, and his stuff is more expensive because, like I said, he does go through a lot of processes and make sure the fish get to you safely. And the way he ships, everything about it. I mean, everybody does. I mean, there's other people do good jobs as well. But with his operation as big as it is and everything, this is definitely, and the variety he has. I mean, look at all this. And not all of his fish are priced high either. I mean, there's a lot of these types. Like here, we got the Ember Tetra. $5.99. He's got 183 of them available.
Gil's asking you to check out the geophagus.
Yeah, let's do that. Go back to geophagus. He's got a few of those, I do believe.
Yeah. Be
Let's look at
interesting to see the
South
prices, like Australia to America.
South American. Okay. Here we got the gold rams. Those are nice. I like them. The Suriname red spot cichlid. That's not geophagus. Here's the albino threadfin for $40, $39.99 each. Bolivian rams. Let's go down. Scroll down. Electric blue ram. Got the redhead tapajos. Royal Acara. Gold spot severum. Scroll down. 5-spotted earth eater. I think that is also known as the Girapari. I'm not sure.
Geophagus means, isn't it? Earth eater. So that's probably it.
Yeah, that's one there. And then we have this Gymno geophagus over here. I'm sure it's pretty closely related. Not a whole bunch as far as the geos go, but some different types of acaras and whatnot. Okay. Let's move on to another category real quick. Let's go to barbs, because we have Chris here, and I don't want him to miss out on some of these barbs that he has available, because he has quite a few. Got the roseline barbs, cherry barbs. I just picked up a trio of these recently. And Odessa barbs, getting $13.99.
Roseline barbs yet?
Let's take a look. It might show on here. Maximum size 3 to 4 inches, it says.
Right.
And their estimated shipping size for these are 1.5 to 2 inches.
Does it?
They're beautiful.
Does the website also give you conditions they like to be kept in, or does it give you any background of what they've been raised in or any of that?
Sometimes he does. I mean, he always advocates for people to do their research first.
Yeah.
But let me show you on some of these. It shows. Let me see if it shows for the cherry barb here.
Just research sometimes is irrelevant. It goes more of what you're buying from, doesn't it? Than
exactly. Sometimes you'll have a portion here. Let me see. There'll be something. I'll just click on other various. Let's check out the Odessas and see if there is. Oh, here he's got this, like an overview of them. If you want stunning color and a lot of action, these will probably fit the bill. They're easy to feed and are eating well on everything I offer. So basically just showing you overall that it's a really hardy fish.
Yeah.
I know that on certain types that I've noticed on Dan's fish is if something is more difficult, he'll point out what the difficulties are. Like the bumblebee gobies, I know that on there he said that he's never been able to get them to eat produced food. It has to be a live food. And he'll point those things out for people who might do their research but not go deep enough. But I've noticed that he'll say that to help people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Chris is still watching or not, but here are the mascara barbs that I was telling you about, Chris. If you're here, mascara barbs. Over here in the far right, they have one called a drape fin barb. That looks kind of interesting. And I know that Chris has the melon barbs here. Tier spot. I know Chris has the black ruby barb. Let's click on that one and see if they say. Nope. Doesn't have any information on that one. It just shows the picture and the price. Okay. All right. So that's it for barbs. Let's go look at Corridoras, eh? I know that Mal likes Corridoras.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what they got here. We'll start with this top row. Long fin. Yeah. I'm not sure if it's just the dorsal fin here that's long. I don't think the other fins are.
I'm not that keen on long fins, to be quite
honest.
me.
I'm not either. I'm really not either. I think that they have
a long fin bristle nose, and I just kind I away with them. They look like they're always getting shredded.
Yeah. And they don't swim as fast. I mean, they seem like they have difficulty swimming a lot of the time. I have no problem with, everybody has their own likes and dislikes, but I like the fish.
Ones are like darts.
Oh, yeah.
But the longfin ones, I could probably put my hand in and just grab one of them.
Oh yeah. Well, they're not that easy to catch, but
Oh, yeah,
they're 100 times easier than the short fins. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tear apart a whole tank trying to catch a short fin adult.
They're grease lightning. They're like grease lightning. They are so fast.
Yeah, usually, I gotta take the whole tank down and drain it down to like an inch of water usually to catch some of them big ones. They're horrible. Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Get the. I think I might have had one of these corridors Delphax a long time ago when I first got my very first tank. My mom had. So I have had one Corey. She bought me one. Of course, then I didn't know back, at 10 years old.
Yeah.
That how many you had to keep, but I had one of these for a while, and apparently back then, back before I knew the nitrogen cycle, I noticed this fish would keep going up and down to the top of the water, grabbing air. I thought, oh,
yeah,
but I know that they do that, so I don't think the water quality back then in '74 when I first started out, I didn't really know what I was doing. So
I think you
I
picked
know
a
time-
good fish to try on, though, didn't you? Really, because you picked a labyrinth fish that was helping it sell to air rather than a.
Yeah, in fact, that was this, and I also had 2 blue gouramis, and they did fine. But the swordtails I had, they didn't last very long. Yeah, the swordtails died within about a month.
Yeah,
and knowing how hardy they are now, but we live and learn. I was a 10-year-old boy back then, and look at these gold laser. Ooh.
Thanks, Arnold, for putting all them links in.
Yes, thank you, Arnold. I can't see anything, so I really appreciate it. Now look here. Oh, this right here. Oh, here's a wish list. So we get down here where that's the end of what he has available.
Go back to that equi.
Yeah, here we are.
I've never seen an equi look like that before.
Yeah, and in fact, I'm gonna see if this little video works here and see how that does.
Hey, so recently I was in California and I was lucky enough to be able to tour the fish room of Rich Byerly. Rich has been around the hobby a long time. He's known and respected all around. He's on the board of the Sacramento Aquarium Society, and he has a massive facility. It's not really a fish room. It's like a separate warehouse that has a bunch of fish in it, tons of monster fish and some neat stuff that I've only seen in pictures before. One of those was Corridors Equus, and I got a little short video that I want to share with you now. So here.
Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this for a few minutes, guys, if that's all right.
Yeah, go sure.
They are Rich Byerly's Corridors Equus. Awesome fish. So here they are. I didn't have my, nice big camera with me, so the camera work, please pardon. This is just the little cell phone that was in my pocket at the time.
See them look
but
nothing like
I had never seen these before in person, and I thought they were just stunning. So I just wanted to share them with you, just really briefly here. It's a short little snippet, but look at the color on these things. I mean, they are fantastic. Anyway, I fell in love. They're now on my bucket list. Hope you enjoyed them.
They are nice.
That's what I got ripped off on eBay on them. I was supposed to be getting something called false equis, which I was imagining would have looked a bit more like the green side ones there.
Now, here's the equis. Look down here now. The similarities with the Venezuelan orange.
Venezuelan. Yeah.
Now, is this what you got right here?
Yes.
The Venezuelan orange?
I got Schultz's, the same lineage. Both them are all them in lineage 7 of your Corys with the Aeneas ones.
Ah. I like these Venezuelan.
I think there's about nine lanes of Corys, and I think that's lane 7.
Oh, okay. I wonder what the bandit Cory over here on the far right is, with a stripe on its tail and across its head. Let's click on that one for a second.
Quite a few with that kind of like decoration in there, because you get the skunks are very similar as well, don't you? With the one line from the eye all the way down.
Yeah, I love that look.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have the albino down here. I know you're not too keen on the albino. I love the albinos, but I don't care for the long fin.
You know what it is, Jeff? I like albinos, but I like the yellow-looking albinos. I don't like the pink-looking ones.
Yeah. Yep. I've noticed that a lot of the albinos, the fish that I have, like a lot of my albino cories, they turn like a gold color.
Right.
They're a real dark, like a real dark yellow gold now. I mean, they started out when they were younger. They look like the flesh tone, like a cream.
Yeah.
And they change, but these are all the ones that he has that he doesn't have in stock. But if you click on it and you can put an order in, and then what happens is I did that once before with him, and he sent me an email back and said that the fish you were interested in is now in stock. And I went back there, and it was a couple days before I got my pay. So, but by the time I got there, they were already gone again. So I could always put another wish list in at some point. But
yeah, it's good that they actually do that though, and keep them for you.
It really is. It really is. But he's got a lot of stock. All right. So, is there anything that you guys would like me to look up here as far as fish goes? We've got live bears, invertebrates, loaches. Oh, they're going to show the killifish too. Let's take a look. I want to look at those because I have a real good interest in these. I'm thinking about right here.
Is this your next little venture? Is it, Jeff?
I'm thinking this one right here might be my next, possibly my next. Now, I don't know if it's going to be today or not, but let's take a look at these. These are the Fundulopanchax gardneri. And with this, it's a trio. You get 2 males and a female. And he has 5 of those right now. 5 trios. That's a really nice price, too. I mean, but let's go ahead and take a quick peek at this and see what, for a moment. I don't believe there's any, a tank view, I believe. Just a tank view of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tara, your sister's popped in.
Oh, she did. Ask her. Well, she can hear me. Tara, is there anything that you would like me to look up in tetras or any type of fish that you'd like to look up here on Dan's? And then if she wants me to look up a type of fish, let me see. I'll go back here.
I'm going to take that banner off, Jeff. It's just a tide and mark.
Oh, sure. That's fine. Got the air breathers, cichlids. Here's the tetras, hatchetfish, pencilfish, other characins. There's Chris Stubbs' cyprinidae, catfish, all types of catfish. They only have one ancestress right now, but they have lots of other types of plecostomus, Dan does, and then other catfish. So if you guys see something you'd like me to click on, just let me know. Anybody in the chat or on the panel, either one?
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay. Got gobies and gudgeons here. Those are always interesting to look at. And then here's like a oddballs. You got the puffers and other. I'm going to click on that to see what it is here. A mountain grunter. It's all fresh water. $350. You got 5 of them available.
Jesus.
What is that thing?
Let's click on it. Let's take a look. Mountain grunter. This batch came in huge. This unique fish are high energy and very playful, like little puppies. Most of them well in communities. Hyper aggressive, killing and bullying any tank mates. Yeah, I think
like it.
Yeah. He looks like he would probably do a number on somebody.
Yeah.
Yep, 7 inches. The customer reported they're about 7 to 8 inches.
Yikes.
Yeah. Interesting looking. A bit out of my price range, of course, but it's still interesting to see that stuff like that's available. Now, I like these right here. These are a part of the gourami family. They're all closely related. The labyrinth fish.
Yeah.
And, yep, they call them, what do they call them? Climbing perch is another type of name they call them. But I always like to get captive bred. I don't really like the ones that are harvested from nature because they seem to be less hardy, in my opinion, from my experience. Okay. Knife fish. Down. Yeah, interesting stuff. Well, let's go on to the next store. What do you say, guys? And see what is available. I think we covered pretty much everything here, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go ahead and I'll just go off this one. And we'll go to, let's go look at some shrimp right now. And that brings us Mark Shelley Aquatics. Now, disclaimer, this is not an infomercial. This is a place that I've shopped at before, and I like it. So that's the reason why I'm going to go here and look around. So anyway, we got, here's his products: shrimp, guppies, endlers, plecos, aquarium plants, aquarium snails, and he sells his own brand of shrimp food.
Right. We're not
Now
seeing
here's,
it, Jeff.
Yep. You're not seeing it?
No.
Oh, you know what? That's what happens. I got to do this. I did that before. What the heck happened here? Share screen. I'm wondering why that did that. Share. Can you see that now?
Oh, can't. We're not at it. There we go. I'll make it big for you.
Yeah, go ahead. I can't see anything, so you just do what you need to do.
Right. Oh, no,
Well,
that's the wrong one. At the stage. We'll hide that one. There we go.
Oh, okay. All right. And so that's the Blue Dream. That's what I bought. And then I also got, let me go back. I also got, oops.
What's the furthest you've ever shipped to, Mark?
Alaska.
Alaska. Did
Oh,
it take
wow.
Yep.
That is something else.
Yep.
Let's see here.
I sent shrimp to Alaska 2 or 3 times.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lost you, Jeff.
You lost me again? Okay. Oh, what happens seems to be on this one is I have to click it every time. Share screen. See if that does it.
Nope.
2 seconds, I'll get it back on the stage. There we go. Back on the stage.
Is it back on the stage now?
Yeah, back center stage.
Center stage. Okay. So we got
Bloody Marys.
Yeah, Bloody Marys. That's my other type that I have right now, and they're doing great. Beautiful shrimp. You know, I mean, if everybody wants neocaridina, I can highly recommend Mark. But I know he doesn't want me to push things. I'm not going to push anything, but I'm just going to say that go to Mark Shelley Aquatics if you want anywhere in the United States. You know, I wouldn't, it's not an infomercial or nothing like I said. I just wanted to show various ways you want to go buy something like that. You'd buy it. Here you have your quantity. You can click on how many you want. Let's say, if you wanted to do, if you wanted 10 of them, you just put a 10 here and then add to cart. Real simple. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next one then. Mark, would you like to say anything about your site before I go to the next one?
No, it's fine. I appreciate it, Jeff, though.
No problem. But it's a great website. I love it. I go on there sometimes and I spend an hour in there just looking around at stuff, Really good stuff.
I spent a long time building it. Is when I was working in the winter, and at the time we weren't real busy. And so it was like, get out and work a couple hours a day and sit in the truck in the cold the rest of the day. So I sat in the truck on my phone making that website for like a month and a half.
All right. You made it yourself, did you?
Oh, yeah. I made it all myself.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I actually used to be a web developer back in like 98 to 99. I started doing that when I was still in high school. Yeah.
And this is a place I have bought from before, and I've had good luck with these guys. The Wet Spot out in, I think it's in Oregon, Portland, Oregon. And
2 seconds, Jeff. Back on the stage.
Oh, okay. There we go. You can see that okay? I'm going to go to livestock here.
Yeah.
You click on the livestock tab, and then you got over here, you got your different variants you want to look at. So I'm going to go ahead and go to. I'm going to go back to the killifish and rainbow fish because they have quite a variety of them. And let's see here. I'll click on that one. That's the golden Austral right there. That's most of the killifish there's a lot of them that are called annual killifish, and they die within about a year's time. This one right here is a non-annual, so they live about 3 to 5 years, from what I've been told. And then it shows the prices of this is for a pair, $18.99. And over here, you choose your. Well, you only have one choice. You're small. Let's try the pair and TR. And there it is. The pair is $18.99 for them. So, kind of interesting. Let's keep looking. I wanted to show Tara out here. Here's the. That's another fish I've been interested in, the clown killifish. And they seem to have a pretty good deal on these here. They're usually a lot more expensive than that. $5.99 to $6.99. Only thing of it is, you can see the size that they ship these at 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch. I know they're small. They only get to about an inch long for a nano fish.
Oh yeah, those guys are real little.
Yeah, but they're good.
Jeff, does it tell you?
What's that?
What's the lifespan on it?
On this one here, I think these are a few years, like 3 years, I believe.
Right.
But there are some killifish that only have up to even a few months even.
Right.
But they breed easily. I mean, that's what people get them. They'll breed them.
Well, a lot of the short-lived ones, they like, don't they grow up and spawn in like 8 or 9 months or during a wet season? And then their little puddle they're in dries up, and then the eggs survive the dryness.
Yeah,
you can keep the eggs up again. The eggs hatch, and then they grow up and spawn, and life goes on. I mean, then it starts over.
Mm-hmm. But these ones do it differently. These ones here will, I think these scatter their eggs kind of like on like a spawning mop. Yeah. They call these the rocket killifish because you can see here on the tail, it looks like little flames coming out of it.
Looks like a blue flame coming out the back end of a rocket, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty little fish. You have to buy in here for these little ones like this. Sometimes they'll have down here at Wet Spot. You have to buy a minimum order of 6 of them. So $36.
I didn't see.
Nope. You have to buy 6 of them at $5.99.
Oh yeah, so they're cheap. Yeah, that's a lot of them will do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not bad.
Because sometimes I'll have, when you're shipping, from a shipper's perspective, if you don't want to just sell one $5 thing, because it happens to me. And it's like, oh man, it's the middle of winter, and they pay $15 shipping, but on some of these things, I'm losing like $7 on shipping.
Oh wow!
And then so then someone will buy like I had an order come in yesterday. Someone bought $5 worth of snails.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, and they pay $15 shipping, but I'm losing $7 to ship the package.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because the heat packs I'm using now this time of year, they're like $3 or $4 a piece. Then you got the styrofoam liner, and that's like $1 or $2 a piece. Then you got the actual shipping cost on top of that.
Well done, Craig. Craig's just mentioned he's just got monetized.
Oh, congratulations, Craig!
Nice.
Yeah, I seen earlier he got his 4,000 hours. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that watch time can be hard to get.
Oh yeah. I think I'm just a little over 1,000 hours right now. I got, 3/4 of the way to go.
Live streaming will help you out there.
Yeah. But here's another picture of them ones that I like right here. The gardener eye. You see the male over here. I'll color. The females don't have much color, so it's easy to tell the sexes apart. And these guys have been, from what I understand, they're pretty easy to breed. So I'm thinking strongly about trying to get some of them at some point. This ones won't be today either, but I already have something in mind already. So But maybe on another stream, I'll be, if this shopping stream, if people like it, I maybe when I go on to buy a fish, I can just do it live or whatever. And if anybody finds any interest in that, but what my plan is to do like, when I get new fish, which I'm not always getting new fish, but when I do get new fish, I could do that. And then I can show them live in the tank, the next week. So that's what I plan on doing this time around.
Right.
And we'll see how that goes. If people in the chat like it, let me know. And
So
any other ideas?
Some today for next week? Are you?
What's that?
Are you ordering some today for next week? Or are you just going to leave that for later on?
Yes, I am ordering some today.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And I'll go to that and the next segment, and then after that, I'll just come back on the other device again, and we can have a little general discussion and whatnot.
Right.
But let's take a look at some more of these fish on this site. So let's see here now. Is anybody mentioned any fish they would like to look at? We got over here on the left-hand side, we got the corridors and allies. Let's check out their corridors here. See what they got at this one as compared to Dan's. Now, there's what I like, the albino one over here on this side, but they got other ones too. Look at this one right here, the Adolphi in the middle. This has got the black stripe like the skunk, but then it also has... That's nice. Oh, here's the equis over here. They have these available, $19.99 a piece to $34.99. Let's click on that.
Yep, very nice.
Very nice.
That's a cool one.
Let's see what the price is, though. Let's see what they have. Okay, we got the medium. That must be the more expensive one, I'm going to guess. Unsexed. Then you got to choose the origin. Oh, these are all wild caught here. So, yeah, that's the bigger one is the more expensive, and then you got the smaller one, of course.
It's a lot of money for a little Cory.
It is. But I guess you get them and you breed them, you can always make a little bit of money back, and then you have what you wanted to look at in your own tank. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Okay. And look at some more Corys here. And if anybody has anything you'd like me to look up here while I'm here. Oh, I like this one right here, too. Look at this. The Corridorus melani in the middle.
Yeah.
Pretty nice. Paleatus. Panda Corys are nice. We got the Rusty Cory over here on the right. That's an interesting looking one, too.
The Rusty Cory just looks a bit like a cross between a anus
and a skunk.
And it's violent, isn't it?
Yeah. Look at this one in the middle here, the Brazil one from Brazil. It's $89, $90. It must be a really rare, because it doesn't look that spectacular to me. I mean, maybe just be the rarity of it.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Could be something that's just new to the hobby, or
yeah.
There's a lot of corridors nerds.
Yeah, oh yeah.
There is.
There's some hardcore Cory nerds, I tell you that.
There's hardcore everything, when you get right down to
it.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want the most? The one you ain't got.
That's right. Kind of like me with my snails. I got some of my rabbit snails, and I like the snails and stuff too. So, but I'm not.
How many of those you got, Jeff?
Of my rabbit snails?
Yeah.
Ooh. Right now, I probably got about 20 of them.
Nice.
If
I started out with
Lando a hand to get to his 100.
Oh yeah, Landro. Yes.
Yeah.
He's got my sub already.
He's already got mine as well. So hopefully, anyone in chat help the lad get to 100.
Now here's one that's kind of interesting. This is a red sailfin Cory, Mal. You see that?
Yeah, that just looks like a Venezuelan, doesn't it?
A Venezuelan, yeah. It looks like the top fin is just a little bit more of like a sail.
Sail, yeah.
We've got several pages of these, but I'm not going to go through all of them, but just go to the
some of those are really hard to try, or really hard to raise and keep alive too, though. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like that TM Aquatics. Have you seen some of his videos?
Oh yeah, Tom, GM Aquatics. Yep.
Yeah, he has a lot of really rare corridors, and some of those are you got to be more particular with water than you do with some of the Caridina shrimp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only breed between a TDS of like 80 and 110, and then you get over 150 and you can't even keep them alive type of things.
Yep.
There's some pretty intense corridors out there.
Yeah.
Now, for the type of fish I keep, if it can't stay in my top water, what I do is if it needs a harder water, I'll add my crushed coral or whatnot. And if it needs to be a little bit softer water, I add botanicals. But I'm not at the point right now of getting like an RO water maker.
Well, that works to a certain extent for some things, but the real picky ones, that won't work, because at the TDS, you're not changing the TDS by putting leaves in the water. You're just changing the pH.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's what I said. So that's the level I'm at right now. I'm kind of like in between where I can do something a little bit out of the ordinary, but for the real toughies, like the Caridina shrimp and all that, where they need a TDS of like 5.5 or 6, I wouldn't be able to. I couldn't achieve that. My TDS would be too high for one thing, but also the water hardness, the pH is too high. So, I couldn't lower the pH enough, even with botanicals, unless I threw like handfuls in there, and then it would be, it'd just be like a black water. You couldn't see it.
I got a lot of leaves in my 40-gallon Caridina tank now, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought the tannins, I don't want tannins, I don't like the look of it. I want to be able to see them. But it's doing good. Of course, I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not using I have the active soil for the pH though. I'm sure that the leaves help a little bit with that.
Oh yeah. Now you use the active soil for your Caridinas though.
Oh yeah.
You
no
gotta
need
do
for
that.
a Neo. Yeah, you have to keep it some way. There's some people I've heard they do it with CO2. If you have like a CO2 controller that's always adding in CO2 as the pH, but that's expensive. Yeah, and even then you'd still have to have the RO water and stuff for the soft water for the low PDS and low calcium. Yeah.
See here. Back over here. One more click. There we go. So anything more here you guys would like to see before we go to the next shop? We got live bearers. We got different types. Well, let's check out the cichlids in case Gil's still here, because they have a really good selection here of South American cichlids. Let's do that real quick. Show some stuff here. You got the Hecali. That's a nice earth eater. We got electric blue acaras. These are similar to like what Arnold has, but they're the bluer type. And then down here, getting into the stuff that I really like, the Apistogrammas. Now, these are some that I might need to get I probably have to get a little bit of, cut my tap water with RO. I wouldn't have to use straight RO. I could do like maybe 25% water changes and use RO water and make these guys real happy. But here you see the prices on the right-hand side. That's for pairs. Kind of interesting.
I've got a cheap RO unit off Amazon.
Oh, is the RO Buddy? It's called.
I'm not too sure what it is. It's a 3-chamber thing. But it was only £40, but I bought it when I bought the Cardinal Tetras because I was hoping to try and breed them when I first got them, but then I just gave up, and then the water just went back to normal for them.
Now, is it Cardinals that are really hard to breed, or Neons? I know one of them is easier to breed than the other, but I'm not sure.
I thought the Neons were harder, but I could be wrong.
I think the Neons have more disease with Neons, don't you? You have the Neon disease with them, where Cardinals are a bit more hardy. But they do like the softer water, but when you buy them from your LFS, it's basically what they come
back when I was getting into planted tanks. Well, I mean, a long time ago, I was just getting into, and I couldn't get Cardinals to live. They all come dead.
Yeah.
They're all sick crap whenever you get them at the stores around here.
Yeah.
I got pretty illusioned getting.
Yeah, you do,
Like,
don't you? I was the same
yeah,
with neons when that was probably one of the first ones I tried, not knowing nothing about fish and thinking you can just
yeah,
add anything in with anything. And it was the neons, and I think I bought 10 when I first got them, and they dropped down dead. But it was like one day, 2 the next day, 3 the next day after that.
yeah, yeah. I know in my beginning stages, the only things I could get to live reliably. I mean, I'd have some fish that live a couple
Yeah.
years, but now I have fish that live like 8, 9 years. Like some of my plecos and stuff. I've had some of them around
Yeah.
forever. I used to have goldfish that lived for 9, 10 years. And when me and my cousin, giant danias. You ever have a giant danio before, Jeff or Mal?
No, I haven't.
I've had zebra danios, but I've never had the giant danio
The
yet.
giant ones, me and my cousin were the same age growing up, and we both had fish tanks all the time. And he got one when he was in like 3rd or 4th grade. That thing was still alive when he graduated high school.
Oh, bless you. Gesundheit.
Oh man, these allergies are killing me.
Oh yeah. But I've heard we were talking about this earlier. Me and Mal were talking about koi, and that sometimes those fish will just outlive you, and then you have you have to will them out to people after you pass on, because they can live up to 100 years or more. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If some of the koi people out in the viewing out there in the chat, they know more about that than I do. But wow. But the good thing of that is
that's a lot of taking care of though, because I've had koi before, and I've never had a proper koi setup, but I always had goldfish ponds, and I wanted to try a couple koi, and I had one live through the winter once, but then when it started warming up in the spring, he died, and then
Right.
most of them didn't even live that long.
Yeah, I remember
course,
Chris was talking about that. It's the most delicate time is when you're coming out of winter and coming into
Yep.
spring.
They're susceptible to bacterial infections when the water's
Yeah.
just warming up. They're something about their immune systems. They got to build that back up as the season wears on, and so they're real susceptible early on.
Yep. And he said that he had a video on that showing about all the different techniques you got to do to get them getting them eating and getting them back into the swing of things. It's kind of a it's a detailed process, really.
Yep.
But anyway, we're here on the Tetris here, and I was looking at some of these here. The thing of it is, I like to get some of these. Most of the fish I like, and it's not just because I'm, my finances, but a lot of the ones I like are these inexpensive ones, like these glow light here.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that's a beautiful little fish. Get a school of those in a tank going. And
what's your pet smarts like over there, Jeff, for getting fish? Are they reasonable? Are you stay clear of them?
Well, I tell you,
you don't want none of that crap.
Well, I got to say this. There's a young lady that's running the fish department at the Petco by me now.
Yeah,
and she is doing a phenomenal job. And she's
there's some
fish
that do good.
Yeah, but it depends on who's running the department. She's running the whole department there, and she's got fish in there that you normally wouldn't find. Like she's getting these reticulated hill stream loaches in there at Petco, and they're charging only $9.99 a piece for them. That's like a $20 fish.
Yeah,
and they're healthy. And I was watching, and she's like, "Well, I can order you pretty much anything you'd like." So I'm like, "Huh." I might have to be checking into that.
We've got in our country, it's called Pets for Homes. It's a bit like your Petco.
Yeah.
But that's very hit and missy. If you go to the one that's in Baker, it's really bad. You can smell ammonia as you're walking past the tanks. And
most of them are cesspits.
Yeah. And then now, you got the one in North Shields, and it's lush. I'd buy there any day of the week. You know what I mean? You can see.
Is that similar to the Maidenhead Aquatics? Is that similar to Maidenhead?
It's a bit bigger. It's more like for every kind of pet rather than just fish.
Oh.
So it's like your Petco where it's for every pet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we got Petco and PetSmart both.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
Petco. I like Petco because that's where they have right now they got their 50% off sale going on their aquariums. I just picked up another 20-gallon
you had to
long.
get that in, didn't you?
Oh, I have to get them.
Yeah, you had to get that in. Rub it in.
I'm sorry about that. I wish you guys had something like that over there. I really do. It's not fair.
I wish you'd
honestly.
just buy one and send it across.
I think it'd be cheaper if I went.
Quite cheaper.
I could probably go there in person and then build one cheaper than it would cost to buy it and have it shipped.
Yeah, definitely.
But here's one I like right here: the Serpe Tetra. Wow. Click on that one.
That's the Serpe Tetra is a lot like the Phantom Tetra with the eye on the side. And
Yeah.
a lot of our shops are trying to sell them as female phantoms, and they're not.
No.
I
I like these though. I mean, I tell you one thing though: when you get a group of these, like 6 or 8 of them, they'll school around like a little group of piranhas.
Yeah.
And they will. I had a dwarf gourami one time in the tank, and it was an aggressive little fish. But these little guys right here, they would wolf pack on it. They go up there and they just
Definitely
attack it. You know, like they're little.
Can you remember when I made that video when I was on about I couldn't find the gourami in me tank, and I had the Phantom Tetras in.
I used to have good luck with the 3-spot gouramis, but the little dwarf gouramis, I had those all the time because the males are really, really pretty. And
Oh yeah.
they always wasted away to nothing. I think they come with they always come with parasites. Of course, I was a kid, I didn't.
There's a disease they got. They have a special disease.
Like wasting disease or something.
It's
like they never.
They call it dwarf gourami disease. Actually, let me see if I can.
They just would sit there and never eat. I'd have it for 2 months, and I'd never see it eat once, and it just slowly start acting bad, worse and worse and worse, till it faded away to nothing, and they die. That's what they always did. Of course, that was 20 years ago. I might be able to do it now, but that's what I'm still learning.
It's a disease, dwarf gourami disease, where they don't, they just give up, sort of thing.
Yeah, they get really ill. They'll stop eating, and let me see if I'm just trying to click my way through here. I like these paradise fish here too.
Oh, that was one of my favorites when I was a kid. Was paradise fish. I always had good luck with those.
Yeah, they're real hardy.
Yeah.
Here we're getting.
Did you know? I think they're the first tropical fish to be kept ornamentally.
They are.
Because, the paradise fish.
They are. Yep, they are the one of the very first. I read that anyway, and that was one of the very first fish kept. They are very hardy. Here's the dwarf gouramis. Let's click on this one here in the middle. See what it. Now, what I like about the dwarf gouramis here is you can actually, let's say, try the medium here. Oh, that's
how much are those things now? I used to be able to get them for like $5.99 when I was a kid. Yeah,
well, I tell you what, they're cheaper here than they are at Petco and PetSmart. They're like $10 at $9.99.
Well, you know what it is. People who don't know better don't know how readily available they are. They say, "Oh my God, that's beautiful fish. Got to have it."
Yeah.
So they can charge more.
For some reason, when you go to the pet shops, they always have better lighting than yours, don't they? And that's part of when you see that in the tank, you see a gourami swimming around, you think, "Wow."
If you have like
dulls up
under full spectrum, nice lights, I mean, some of these fish look out amazing, and then you get them home and under your cheap lights, like, ugh.
These guys right here look good with any kind of light. They're just they're beautiful fish.
But here, looked like they had a gray head.
But I was going to point out here. You see here, I got on the small. Okay, so the medium. I wanted to point this out because people go on there. They were trying to see if they were trying to find a pair. We'll click that back. You have to clear the. We'll go to the medium, and that'll do your sex, the males, and TR. That's for tank raised. Okay, the males, you pick the male up for $9.99. You're like, oh, I want to get a pair, but what I like about this place is that a lot of times they offer a female, so you clear it again.
Females basically look the same, but just got no color at all. They're more like just silver.
And then you got the females for $7, and the females are available for $7.99, but they don't change the picture on here.
The females will have a hint of color, I think, but not very much. Not very much at all.
The hint where it is, can't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you can see like the blue and red stripes in the male. You can kind of see the faintness of what kind of a stripe in the
Yeah.
females. Yeah.
Like at Petco and PetSmart, you're only going to find that they only sell the males because they're
No one
the
will buy
real
the females. Yeah.
no.
We tend to
But for people like me, I like people who want to breed. Like I do. I'd like to get get them all.
I think something we need to realize though, Jeff, is we're not the majority.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Most people just want something pretty to put in their tank.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's why I try to not lose the point when I'm making videos and trying to interact with people. It's like not everyone's trying to breed for a living.
Yeah.
That's right. But there's another type here. Now here's the 3-spot. This is one of my very first fish.
Yeah, mine too. The 3-spot blue one and the 3-spot orange one.
And boy, I tell you what, these can get aggressive too. I've had some aggression.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're mean little buggers.
But
that's why I liked them when I was a kid, because they were big and mean and tough.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd put these in with my fire mouths and stuff like that, and they'd hold their own, in the tank.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting watching them interact.
They were always my tank kings in my community tanks growing up as a kid.
Yep. And down here we've got sparkly little things like sparkling gouramis. Those are nice little nano fish.
Those are hard to keep alive.
These are?
Oh yeah. Those are one of the ones that need like a 5 or 4.5 pH.
Oh wow.
I'm pretty sure. Or is that the chocolate gouramis?
The chocolate, I think, because I know I've seen these quite a bit. I think Tara has one of these, I believe. Tara from Tara's Tank Friends. She has sparkling gourami. Her water is really hard water, kind of like what we have. I believe, if I'm mistaken, I'm not sure. But I wanted to see one more page here on this one, and then I'll see if I can find. But these are all part of the gourami.
Yeah.
Gourami and bettas.
Big Steve's Aquatics and Exotics. He says confusing with licorice gouramis. Yep, he's right. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, the licorice gouramis are the ones that. Now, another good one that you can get is what's called a croaking gourami. They're real hardy. All right. Okay, guys, is there anything more on Wet Spot that you want to see over here? If anybody or if you see anybody because I can't see the chat. If anybody wants to look at anything in here.
Sarah's asking, what's a good tank mate for a sparkling gourami?
A good tank mate for sparkling gouramis?
I don't think I've ever had one, so I wouldn't know.
I've never had a sparkling gourami myself, but I bet I imagine tetras would probably be good. Like maybe ember tetras or something. Little ember tetras, or maybe some of those chili rasboras. Yeah. Something that's a little different, that looks different from them. I think that a lot of times you get the aggression with these fish. It's the con-specific aggression. In other words, something that looks like them. They remind, they'd be like with my fire mouse, I put them in with another type of fish that doesn't look like them. They tend to leave them alone. But you get something that looks even remote. Yeah.
Tara just says, just went off the screen, but you did say, was it Ember Tetras, you said, Tara, and Phantom Tetras will go nice with sparkling? I think she did. Just went off the screen, and I'm not too sure how to scroll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I've just worked out how to scroll. I'll tell you.
Okay. Yeah, I think that they do pretty good, though. Like
green neons and black Phantom Tetras. Yeah,
ooh.
I love black Phantom Tetras. Me and Tara were talking about that the other day. Black Phantom Tetras.
Oh, yeah, they are nice. I'm going to see if I can find. Have we seen those? Here's that's the other one there. Here is the Bleeding Heart Tetra. I like them too.
Yeah.
That's kind of like similar to the Red Phantom Tetra.
I'd actually went in for the Black Widow Tetras when I first went in for tropical fish, and I come out with the Phantom Tetras.
Ah.
Because they only had 3 of the black widow ones left, and I thought, nah, you've read on the internet, you need 6 and you need this and you need that. So I got the black phantoms instead. Lush fish, man. I love them. I love it when you turn the lights off and they all just quickly school together to look like a bigger fish.
Yeah. I remember you talking about that. Yeah.
I think I had a short on when it done it on a short, and when you'd sit there and just switch the light off just to catch the ball.
I got a theory. I got a theory about that, because I know that a lot of I had Jack Dempsey's and some other.
I think that's probably the reason why they've developed that eye on the side that looks like a phantom eye. So one of them could flash that eye sort of thing when they're in the pack to make it look like a bigger fish, probably.
Yes, absolutely. That way, like the bigger cichlids and stuff that would go eat them at night. Because I know I'd turn the light off and my Jack Dempsey's would go around and try and eat the smaller fish in the tank. As soon as the light went off, that's when they started hunting. And so I think that, they come probably in the same waters in South and Central America, that once that light goes off, they're like, oh, shit, excuse my language. They want to, sorry about that. They want to huddle together and make themselves look bigger.
That's what I'm afraid of doing, Jeff.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I normally don't do that.
That's why I don't like the live stream.
What you need to do is you need to say, all right, cupcakes, before you see it.
I apologize to anybody out there that might offend, but I guess what it is, I'm getting more comfortable doing this kind of stuff. So I'm kind of like, letting my guard down a little bit. So here we go. Here's a red phantom. That's a beautiful fish too. Look at that.
Yeah.
And let's see here. There's the silver dollars. If you want to get rid of your plants, buy some of them. They'll eat. Oh, here we go.
They got a lot of tetras. Jeez.
Yeah, they got lots of them. Cardinal tetras.
There's someone selling cardinals around ours, but the jumbo cardinals, so they grow to 2 inches instead of like the 1.5, 1.7.
Look at green neons here in the middle. That's kind of interesting. Then the rummy nose tetra over here on the right. Oh, I like that. The Pristella tetra. Look at the fins on this.
Yeah, very nice.
Wow, that's nice. Look at the price on it too. $2.99. That's not bad. Okay, so I think I'm putting everybody to sleep. It sounds like.
No.
Let me.
Can you just type in what you're looking for in the search bar and find it? Or do you have
I think so. Well, I'm just looking here. I already know what I'm going for. I've already scoped it all out. I'm just going through the different places and showing people what, if they've never been to these places, they can just go ahead and check things out. And like over here on the left, it shows all the different types of fish that you can check on. If you're looking for cherisons or you're looking for loaches, live bears, rainbows and killiefishes and all that kind of stuff. And of course, you got the cichlids, and then we got like Lake Tanganyika and cichlids up here. Click on there for a second.
Nice one, Gil.
What did Gil say?
Says I'm so highly offended, Jeff swearing.
Oh, yeah. I had to.
Doesn't happen often. But when you do, you best run. Otherwise, you mow you down.
But look, I was talking to the little old lady behind me yesterday, and she was worked up about one of the neighbor kids and dropped an F-bomb. I was like, oh, I didn't know. I wasn't expecting that.
It's great, isn't it? When it comes up there.
These are a nice little fish right here.
I've thought about getting those a couple of times.
Those are easy to keep.
Oh yeah.
I keep those in my little shell dwellers. I can put some rock work in there. They like to hang out in rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got my shells and stuff. I'm thinking maybe I get something like that at some point. But you know what? How long we've been doing this on this one here? I should get to the place where I'm going to be showing what I'm getting.
It's so let's go 5 o'clock.
Almost 5 o'clock. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump out of here. We'll go to the last place. And let me go back in here for a second. Now, I can see you guys now. Hello.
Oh, you did see we.
I can see now because I'm out of that.
Oh, you should have said.
Yeah. So now the last place. This place here is where I get my stuff from. I've never shopped at Aquahuna before, but we've got the freshwater fish, and let's see here. It is under African cichlids, but it's not the Malawis. Okay, so
the question. Yeah, I'll put it on the screen for you, Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff, I have a question. How to check for color and quality when you buy fish online? It's just a risk you're going to take.
It's up to who you're buying it off of.
Yeah, you're going to see the representation on a picture, and then chances are usually after the shipping to get to you, they're going to be washed out anyway. You're going to be stressed.
Oh yeah.
And then
when you look at that Dan's fish there before, when you showed them equies, the picture compared to the video looked like two different fish. One was green and one's brown.
Yeah.
So it's just a risk you have to take.
Yeah.
It all comes down to who you're buying it off of.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, let's go. I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up. Can you guys see that all right?
Nope.
Oh, I got to add that to the, that's right. Darn it, I do. Well, you know what? I'm still learning. So here we go.
Yeah.
Share screen. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit.
Yeah. Like at London and Plains.
Yeah. All right. So what I got, guys, is right over here.
Jeff. There you go.
All right. What I got was my albino crubensis. I've been looking for them forever. And I got an email back from Aquahuna. I've never bought from them guys. I've heard some good and bad. But I got a pack of 6 of them for $25.98. And then I added them to my cart. And then where's that cart at?
A lot of these places, Jeff, you gotta realize it's hit and miss because they're getting different shipments of stuff. I mean, they're not.
Yeah.
They're just going to the airport, picking up boxes of fish and throwing them in there until they sell.
Yeah.
They're just a big retailer doing online stuff.
Yeah. But just to show it, going through a bunch of hassle early, I purchased these right before we started the live stream. That way, because I didn't want them to run out again because it's kind of a hard fish to get a hold of. So, but that's what I got, guys. And what I'm going to do is hopefully have these by next week, and we'll do a live. It won't be necessarily an unboxing because I'll be honest. But when I get fish in, I'm more concerned about getting them safe.
Yeah.
And stuff. I could do a live unboxing sometime, but I'll try it. But for these guys, because I've never ordered from this place before, I'm just going to get them home, get them in the QT tank, and then get them going. So I got to get 6 of them. I'm hoping to get some pairs out of it.
Yeah, out of 6.
I hope so. But I thought that's a decent price, and the shipping is only $12.99 from this place. At least for this order, for that 6. I don't know if you buy more fish, it might be more. But for this particular order, I got 6 of these and $25.90. I think it came to like $41 total. That's with tax and shipping and everything. So, yeah, 6 of these little guys. See if
Sarah says she only has problems with auto sinkless. So,
I've never had autos yet.
Well, I was looking at myself, Jeff, but apparently you need quite a few, but you probably haven't got enough because they're constantly grazing, and you probably haven't got enough algae in the tank to keep them grazed. If you know what I mean.
I
think that's what when I was doing a little bit of research, I was going to get some for mine, but then I thought I haven't got enough algae built up in it yet.
I know when I used to keep them, I'd get like 7 or 8 of them, and most of them would die within the first month or so, and then I'd end up with a couple that would live for a long time.
Yeah.
Once you got them adjusted, they do pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they're like those hill stream loaches. They got to have a lot of algae built up on the rocks and on the glass.
Yeah. Someone says you need to look to make sure that they've got a full belly because they'll not eat for a couple of days when they move back in. So you look to see for a swollen belly. Someone said that on one of the sites.
Yeah, if you get them when they got a sunken belly, they're going to be rough.
Aye.
They're going to be really, really
But it
tough.
sees them a couple of days till they adjust to your water and then get in. That's just what I was reading, man. So I don't know.
That's what I've read too. They can be really finicky. That was Aquahuno. Yeah. Seeing here, Tara said that was Aquahuna. But the shipping is really good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people. I've heard a lot of stories about people having problems with their shipping, or like a lot of these people, they'll say they'll order 5 of these and they'll get 1 of the thing they ordered, and they'll get 4 or 5 of something else they never even ordered, or they don't have something, so they just automatically substitute it for something that they feel is close.
Do you have any trouble like that, Mark? Do people get back in touch with you and say, I ordered this and you've sent that? And do you have any trouble like that? Or
the biggest problem customer ever had was my Skittles website, or my Skittles shrimp, or specifically random, it states perfectly, random scoops out of my Skittles tank.
Yeah.
And this person did a chargeback on me because he didn't get a yellow shrimp. I don't even have a yellow shrimp at the time. That's the only time that's the biggest problem I've ever had.
But the good thing is they're coming.
Yeah.
The yellows are coming. I should have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
Right here.
Oh yeah, I bet you're going to have hundreds here in another couple months.
We'll see. A lot of these, because my shrimp do so good now, moving from tank to tank to tank, because they've been living in my same water for 6 or 7 years. These guys are coming from water of TDS that's half mine. The yellows was like a third of mine almost.
You know something though, they do better in a higher TDS, in my opinion. I think they're going to do a lot better.
I think the high KH is good for Neos.
Yeah, I got mine
buffer.
in African cichlid conditions, and they love it.
Oh, that's essentially what my water is African cichlid water.
Well, I got the hard water here in Michigan, but I don't have, like I said, the KH in my water from my water system is so low that normally what I would do is I'd put.
What is your KH and your GH, Jeff?
The GH is rated at, I think, 180.
Right.
Now the KH, I haven't tested that in a while, but it was low. The KH in the water, so I buffer it with the crushed coral or the aragonite, and that keeps it nice and steady. And I think that's what the shrimp like, is a nice steady water parameter.
Oh yeah,
that's how I met you, Tora, wasn't it? By you trying to ask Jeff that question again for us.
Oh,
you sort of drop it back in. Yeah, Tora asked you about 3 times when I first turned up in one of your live streams when I put that question in.
I am going to be getting some new glasses here, though, because right now I'm looking at this. Oh, she's looking at, let's see here. She says, I have 300 KH. Yeah, I think mine's not nearly that good. But I found out one thing that's really interesting. I was looking at Dustin's fish tanks. He does plants. He's got a place down in Kentucky. He's got big greenhouses. All he does is aquarium plants. And he said that a good deal of the plants that you get prefer a hard water.
To a certain extent.
Yep. He said that
there's some that love it. A lot do love it, but there's some that no.
Yep.
I get a lot of plants that are not a lot, but I've tried handfuls of plants that I just put in there. They don't do anything. They can't take the hard water. That's how I've tried lots of plants, and I got a handful that I like and I know do good. I got some that do good that I don't really care that much for, so I just do what does good and what I like.
I'm getting to love the plants, so I never used to keep them. It's been about a year and a half now that I started getting into plants a little bit. I had some Java moss and some hornwort, and I got a few things now. It's coming around. But I'm getting to the point right now. I'd like to have just a tank with just plants in it, maybe a couple fish.
No, right.
I feel like you get the best of both worlds when you just do shrimp in the tank, because shrimp aren't going to mess anything up.
Yeah,
you can do whatever plants you want and make it.
Just going to clean things up on there for you.
That's a great idea.
So when you do that though, Jeff, with shrimp, you want to make sure you're doing it in a tank where it's just going to be like you don't care about the quality of shrimp. Because when you care about the quality of shrimp, you have to go in there and call all the time.
Mm.
You know, and then
Yeah.
having a bunch of plants makes that be difficult. So I have a couple tanks that are mainly for plants, but I go ahead and throw random shrimp in there, and they're, you know, it's still fun to watch the shrimp.
Oh yeah, I definitely wouldn't be doing any culling, and I haven't even culled my blue dreams yet. But yeah, something like that with a big planted tank, I just let them shrimp go and let them multiply and crawl all over the plants. I'd love to watch that. It's fascinating to watch. You know, they're around there picking up everything, eating the algae,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
all that
It's like
stuff.
one little skittle tank.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
would get-
why in my tanks where I'm trying to do a lot of selective breeding, it's just little bits of moss or, you know, little bits turns into mountains of it. But
Yeah.
it's just stuff I can swipe out and build the shrimp pretty easily. You know, that's why a lot of the shrimp breeders have tanks that look like that.
Yep. Just looking at the chat here a little bit. Well, guys, you know, I pretty much I think we covered stuff. Is there anything else we want to do before we end it up here? Or
Well, pretty good.
I think we did really well. I think it went really well. I mean, it was kind of fun. I don't know how people like the shopping experience out there watching from.
So what's happening next week then, Jeff?
Well, next week maybe I'll be showing those fish that I ordered live.
All right.
And then I might do something. I don't know if I'm going to do the live baby brine thing next week or not. Maybe we'd save that for another time, possibly. But one of these, I want to do my live baby brine where I take it around and feed it out. And
Right.
See how the
Well,
fish
next week you'll have a visitor there.
oh, that's right.
Right. Yeah.
I forgot to mention, Mark is going to be coming to my place next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
And so he'll
right?
when we
So
go live, he's going to be here live with me down here in the fish room.
Two heads in one screen.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's going to come in to help me with my sump pump, and then he's going to help me do some stuff with my shrimp. So
All right.
That's
What's
gonna
happening with your sump? Are you getting it? Are you shortening that
Well-
pipe? Are you?
well, I want to get it lengthened. I want to get what it is when it comes out too close to the side of the pit.
Right.
And I think when the water goes up, and I think what happens is it gets
the cut-off valve thing.
the float gets stuck, and so it doesn't drain the water out of the pond, and so the water just keeps flowing in. Then it'll come up eventually and overflow.
Right.
So I have to go over there about every 2 to 3 hours, and I have to take a hold of that PVC and give it a jiggle. It'll come back on, and it'll take all the water out. It'll run for about 2 or 3 hours, and then it'll happen again every time. So I think what it is it just has to be moved out by a few inches toward the center of the pit. That way the thing can move freely, you know. And
What kind of pizza do you like?
oh, pizza? Oh yeah, we're gonna get pizza too.
Morgan's got to put his order in for next week.
Yeah, let me know. I will. That's a great idea, Mal. We'll have pizza.
Yeah,
Oh,
pizza
that's
party.
great. I used to eating pizza and I've seen you nothing. That's a great idea.
Oh no! We have to get some. You have to get some pizza there too, Mal. We'll have a pizza
Yeah.
party. That'll be great.
We'll do that.
Dang, now I'm gonna get pizza tonight. Now I'm starving. I was thinking about it afterwards anyway, because I was going to see how everything went, and I was like, if it goes all right, you know, maybe we'll get some pizza. And,
Yeah.
but,
We should have done ordering pizza online. I'm telling you.
But let's
Can we pull up the Pizza Hut app real quick?
Mal, could you pull up the picture of your aquarium and put it on the
Yeah.
solo so we can take a look at that? I want to take a closer look at that again.
All right. That's my tank there. As you can see,
Yeah, and make it a big.
bit of brown algae starting to come in there. Not much.
Let's see here. Whoops, not me. I want. Where's it at? There it is. Not remove. Darn it. I'm trying to make you. I'm trying to make that one.
Yeah. There you go.
There it is. Okay.
There it is.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed with it, to be quite honest, Jeff.
I am too. That is
Yeah.
just gorgeous.
I've got me other little
That-
tank on the other side. There.
Oh yeah. Yep. I see it.
I can't work out with my fingers going here backwards.
It's right over there. Little. Yeah. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
That's ready for I'm going to be pulling them. You know how I've got some Bristol placos. The father's on the nest upstairs, so I'll give him probably a little sunder and then I'll take them off him before he eats them. Because he's still at the stage with him being in a community tank upstairs. If I leave it too long, he suddenly gets spooked and eats them.
That is another fish I want to get. Is an angelfish. I've never had an angelfish, and all the time I've been keeping fish, and I've always wanted them. Every time I see them, they're so magnificent. You know.
Oh,
beautiful.
Nice.
I've never had them.
That's something my parents always had when I was a kid.
And I don't know why. I mean, I go to the pet store, they got them all the time, and I just never get it. I just never pick them up. I'm going to do it.
Well,
I'm going to get
4 adults I've got there are probably last picks out at the pet shop.
Oh.
And you know what it is? I like them better because they haven't got that much black in them. You know, with the markings.
Yeah.
They look more like orange, gold marbles. But I went on with like a thingy. I was told straight away, oh no, the koi just haven't got very good markings. You've just
They're
picked
unique.
Isn't there like a koi angel? That's kind of what those kind of look like.
Yeah,
Like
that's what they are, but they're missing more of the colour of the cell. The babies, they've had a couple of fry. Then we've got more markings on. So hopefully one's a male and one's a female. And I get a bit of a better mix going forward.
I had a black one I used to like a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah.
A black velvet.
There's some lovely ones out. There's one, that lad I was telling you about, I was selling the jumbo cardinal tetras. He's got one called an avatar, where it's like an avatar blue
Ooh.
with black stripes in. But when you see the blue in them, it is blue. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
That's just, but
Yeah,
I might have to see how things go. See if
Now
I get
that tank is about an equivalent of what, about a 75 US gallon?
one. What's that? 300 litres, probably 70, 75, 78, something like that.
Okay.
US gallons.
I better say it looks like about a 4-foot tank.
Yeah, it's 4 foot by. See, it's
18
strange.
inches.
We half work in inches and half work in centimeters at my age.
Oh, okay.
So I would say I measure that in centimeters, but then when I measure my height, it's still in foot and inches.
We have, hello, Patty. Welcome, my friend. And then we have Gil here. He says he's, where's he at? Oh, there it is, right here. He separated his angel pair and to breed a few. Nice.
Yeah. Well,
Ultim angels are amazing.
Them two, they are the breeders. And the other two are the two that's always fighting.
And look at the little babies in the middle. Those are the fry, right? The ones they're growing like weeds.
Oh,
they're growing
definitely.
like weeds.
Yeah. That's probably the size I got all 4 of them back when I first bought them, was that size from the pet shop.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
but they're not actually that big, you know. When people tell you that they're going to get the size of hands and stuff like that, but and that's a breed.
It takes them a while. They will. They'll get big.
I seen the Ultim angel. That thing was about the size of a dinner plate. I've never seen an angel fish that big before. It was like,
well, you know, the Manacapro ones I've got upstairs, they're probably bigger than these ones now. So that's why I've moved them into because I've got 3 of them, so I've moved them down the floor into the bigger tank upstairs. But
very nice.
Obviously, if they do breed, I'll just pull out the other ones as quick as I can and just hide them in one of the top tanks.
Nice,
Well, that's another thing I bought, Jeff. Some sponge filters.
Ooh, nice.
So I've got that, and I've got me air pump to set up. Doing what you've done with the ring. I'm gonna put a ring around, and then just feed off so it hasn't got cables all over.
Yeah, I picked up a bunch of new sponge filters. I got a new air pump. like the one I use on my system up here, the big one.
Yeah.
I got the repair kit for it in case it ever does go down. I mean, it might not. It might last years and years. You never know.
Yeah.
But I got the repair kit, and I'm thinking that, well, how long is it going to take me to, if I ever, I mean, I'm just thinking ahead of time, just kind of like a backup plan in case something goes wrong. And so I bought another big Danner AP60.
Yeah.
I mean, this right here, if I ever want to expand in this fish room, I mean, it can do about double the amount of tanks that I've got. So I won't need to ever break into the other one unless that one goes down for any reason. But who knows, unless I take over the whole other half of the basement.
Going back on the online fishing, my Manicaru, I bought them on eBay, and I'm actually quite happy with them. They haven't got that much of a red back yet, but they're still only, 6-month-old? Like I say, they're probably the size of these ones, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Old. So they're probably going to get a lot bigger, so I might have to rehome them in a bigger tank.
Those are gorgeous. Very, very nice. Well, everybody, I think we go ahead and wrap it up here. I think we've been going quite a long time. I don't usually like to go more than like an hour and a half.
Yeah, Tara's called it tonight, so let's call it tonight.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tara. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Oh, and there goes my phone, too, so.
Yeah. My wife just rang us there before. I'm going to kill her.
I don't know who this is, so I'm just going to...
everything off.
So, thank you all very much. Thank you, Mal. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. Sorry.
Again.
It's been a long stream, but I just wanted to try this new thing out and see how it went. How did you think?
Yeah.
What is your opinion? How did it go for you?
Opinion.
Was it interesting at all, or it was just something new I thought of.
Yeah, definitely. It's something it's going to work on, and it's going to get better for you, Jeff.
Yeah, just a little something to check out and try.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you can have certain things like planned out ahead that you want to look at before.
Yeah.
And then
I did.
make note of it. Okay.
I did. I had a plan. I already knew that I'd already.
Then, Jeff.
Well, the plan didn't. Maybe the plan didn't go according to plan.
Not playing down in time.
I had to use I used basically 3 different devices to do that, but it'll get easier though. Now that I know how to just when I share the screen, I just got to do it with each and every one. So, but anyway, I think it was fun. I mean, it's not going to be an every week thing. This is just kind of like a special type. Because next week, and then I'll have a show of the fish that I bought, which were the albino crebensis. So I really wanted them for a long time.
Mexicali, I seen the tank. He's just bought the 300-gallon one.
Oh no, I haven't.
I think you got it off someone that's just like leaving the hobby and coming back later on.
Oh wow,
it's massive.
Oh nice.
It is like a planted angel tank.
Can you imagine that? It'll be like that's gonna be beautiful. I'd love to have a tank that big.
I think that's what you had mentioned.
I'm going to check that out. I would love to have a big tank and just have lots of lush plants in it and have a whole.
The thumbnail was him sitting next to this tank, but like the perspective made him look like a little kid sitting at the end of a tank.
Wow! I tell you, George is going to enjoy that. Yeah. Getting that thing all decorated and aquascaped.
I love seeing, when people get excited about the hobby and they buy new stuff. I love seeing that. That's my favorite part of the hobby, when you see people get excited about what they're doing.
Yeah, thank you there, Rye.
Should we call it a night?
Yeah, we'll call it a night, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for taking your time, Mark and Mal. Like I said, all right, guys, and be sure to feed your addictions. Until next week. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
I best press end because they didn't. It just both left.